What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here with the week's hottest topics for the week of January the 10th through the 15th, you guys. What an interesting week this has been, you guys. So, without further ado, let's just talk about the hottest topics of this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So, the first thing that we are talking about, I don't even need my notes for it, it's the political stuff that's going on. We're still dealing with the events that happened last week at the Capitol. They have started making some arrests, which I think that's ooh, got the hiccups. My bad, you guys. I think it's insane that the people who stormed the Capitol were able to go home. I know that, family members have turned some of them in. I know there's a guy here in Texas, his wife turned him in, his ex-wife, scratch that, ex-wife turned him in. A young girl reported her mom on social media. I know a man in Georgia killed himself. One of the cops killed himself. It's crazy at this point, just to think about what's happened since then. The guy that looked ridiculous, the one that had that thing on his head and no shirt on with the pants, I know he was arrested. The guy that was in Nancy Pelosi's office has been arrested. Now the guy that, had whatever that was on his head, he's in jail in Arizona. And I thought it was hilarious that his mom is talking about the fact that he can't eat. He's a shaman, and he has a certain dietary restriction that he needs. I'm just like, are you serious? I wish you would go away. The dog next door, I think it literally walked up to my wall and barked at me. But yeah, he has a dietary restriction that he needs to adhere to. You're in jail, dude. Eat the food there and suck it up. Also, there is, last week they wanted Vice President Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment against who, but Pence has said that he said he wouldn't do that. So now what has happened is, Nancy Pelosi and the House, they started the articles of impeachment to impeach who for a second time, which is the first time that this has ever happened in history. So on Wednesday they did the hearing, and I sat there and watched as much as I could. But then after that, I just I actually put the TV on mute, and I sat in my bed and I just binge watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, because that's all I could stomach. I couldn't stomach listening to that trial, because it felt like an episode of The Twilight Zone for me, because listening to those Republicans talk, not all of them, but a vast majority of the Republicans, listening to them talk about unifying the country. This is a witch hunt. This is that. And I'm thinking to myself, did we not see the same thing last Wednesday? Did we see two totally different things? Because one, I saw you guys with gas masks on. I saw terrorists storm the Capitol. I saw you guys you guys were in bunkers. You guys were under the desk, like you guys were hiding from these people. But yet instead, here you are defending who at this point, which is just mind blowing, and it's baffling to me that you guys can sit here and defend that. Now, I do know that there were 10 Republican members of the House that did vote to impeach him. And, the Democrats, they definitely voted to impeach his ass. So he is at this point impeached for the second time. And he's the first president to ever be impeached twice. So now it heads over to Mitch McConnell in the Senate so that they can try him. And, if it goes through with this, and I felt this way for a very long time. I hadn't said it, but I felt this way. I felt that when he left office, he did not, everything that he's done, he does not deserve, the Secret Service. He shouldn't be able to fly on American taxpayers' dollars. He shouldn't be able to, got some food stuck in my teeth. My bad, y'all. He shouldn't be able to, rally on the taxpayers' dollars. And then the next one is he's not gonna, if it all goes through, he won't be able to run for office, any public office ever again. And that's what we need. Now, people are talking about, should he be pardoned? Absolutely. In my personal opinion, no, he should not be pardoned. The man incited this. He needs to face justice. Like, because I even tweeted, I don't know if I tweeted it here or if I put it on Facebook. Well, I don't use Facebook. No, it was something. No. Nope. I think I was talking to one of my friends. Where did I say this? I'm trying to remember why. Because I tweet, but I don't tweet a lot. And I don't use Facebook. Oh, I know where it was. Rocks. She was on Instagram, and she posted something. But I had already thought this long before. If this was President Obama, they would have already come after him full force. Forget throwing him in jail. They would have thrown the jail at President Obama. Guarantee you they would have thrown the jail at him. What else? Okay, that's what I was going to talk about. So with the Senate, they are talking about the fact that, it's just days before, the inauguration. So they don't want to do it now. They want to hold off on it. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, the Democrats were saying to you guys, when you guys nominated that Amy Coney Barrett lady for Supreme Court Justice just days before the election, people were saying that was too soon to swear her in, to do the hearing on that. But yet instead, you guys went through with it. It's hypocritical when it comes to the Republicans. Like I've said on this channel, I don't identify as either a Republican or as a Democrat. I would actually consider myself an independent. But at this point, because I know even Colin Powell has said, he no longer represents the Republican Party, and I'm actually starting to feel that way myself. That there's nobody in the Republican Party that I can say that I respect, with the exception of Mitch McConnell. Why did I say Mitch McConnell? Mitt Romney is what I meant to say. Mitt Romney. I can respect Mitt Romney because Mitt Romney has stood, he stood for what he said. He was the only senator in the first impeachment trial that voted against who. So I have respect for Mitt Romney. Anybody else is just like, I don't know. Like even Senator McCain, rest his soul. I have so much respect for, Senator McCain. And the thing is, that was my first election that I ever voted in, when President Obama and Senator McCain ran against one another. And that was when I knew at that time that I wasn't a Republican, and I knew at that time I wasn't a Democrat. You're just raised to think I'm going to vote Democratic when I'm able to vote, but that wasn't the idea that I had, because I actually questioned that. I'm like, why do we as black people typically vote Democratic? And I still never got that answer. I don't care to get the answer. I really don't. That's a rhetorical question at this point. Very rhetorical, so don't answer it. But for me, when it came down to the election with John McCain and President Obama, I actually watched the debates. I listened to what both men were saying. And, President Obama said things that resonated with me, especially as a college student at that time. And Senator McCain said some stuff that I liked. And at the end of it, I had to weigh my options. Like, who do I want to go with? Do I go with President, at that time, presidential nominee Obama or Senator McCain? And I can tell you guys what I voted for. I voted for President Obama. But it was a hard one at that time for me, because I wiffle waffled. Because one moment I was like, I'm gonna vote for John McCain. One moment I said I was gonna vote for Obama. Like I went back and forth, but like I said, in the end I did vote for President Obama. And at this point, I just don't see anyone in the party right now, with, like I said, with the exception of Mitt Romney. I don't see anybody in that party that holds the values that, Senator McCain had. Because I really do have to tip my hat to Senator McCain. Because even when he lost that election, he didn't do the shit that this fool is doing right now. Oh, the election is rigged, this and this and that. Senator McCain told his people, you know what, we lost the election. He conceded, and he told his people, let's support him. He showed support for President Obama and then, Vice President Joe Biden. But different times that we live in, different times, who has literally come through and he's wreaked havoc on that party, the Republican Party. I don't know that they can, I mean, they might be able to repair, but it's going to take some time to repair. And I do know that some of the Republicans who are voting nay against him being impeached might be afraid of, the backlash that they'll get from his supporters, which are lunatics. Not all of them are lunatics, but a good majority of them are. I know that they're afraid of that blowback. But what's more important, and that's the question that I pose. What's more important to you? Your integrity, because because at the end of the day, you got to go home with yourself and be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, did I do the right thing? And I know they're giving Cheney's daughter a hard time right now because she was one of those Republicans that voted in favor of impeachment. It's interesting. Like I said, I just felt like I was living in a twilight zone when I was watching that shit last week. Actually, this week on Wednesday, just felt like I was living in a fucking twilight zone. Didn't understand it. But let's move on, you guys. I'm tired of talking about politics at this point. Oh, actually, before we end politics, let's talk about next week, which is Inauguration Week. I know they're tightening up the security for inauguration. And it's, I see a lot of people upset about the inauguration. I know people are upset about, Hollywood showing up to the inauguration because I know Lady Gaga is going to perform. J-Lo is performing. Justin Timberlake is performing. I know people are upset about that. Not everybody, but I know there are people who are upset about that. And I had to ask myself, why are people upset? Then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I know why they're upset. Because I can't tell you who performed at whose inauguration. Who sang the national anthem? Was that Chrisette Michele? You guys, please let me know. I think it was her. Because I know she got some blowback from the black community about performing. But I don't remember who performed at the inauguration. I don't know if anybody was at the inauguration ball. I don't remember it because I didn't watch it. I'm just about to ask myself, did you watch the inauguration? Because you watched pretty much every inauguration. I didn't watch his. I didn't watch the inauguration, and I did not watch the inauguration ball. I know I didn't. I know I didn't. Nope, I did not watch the inauguration or the inauguration ball. I got the highlights from the next day, because especially when everybody was saying that, Melanie stole, forever First Lady Michelle Obama's speech. So yeah, I didn't watch that shit. But will you guys be watching Joe Biden's inauguration? Let me know in the comment section below and we will discuss it. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next, it seems like for the last 2 weeks, I have been discussing divorces. I mean, damn. Now, this divorce that I'm about to talk about, I am not surprised by this one. I'm surprised it didn't come sooner than what it did. So this week, I don't remember what day it was, but I was on Instagram, which is where I spend a good majority of my time on Instagram, you guys. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm actually on Instagram looking at pictures. And I do, like I said, I do tweet here and there, but I mostly tweet about the reality shows that we watch. Also, you guys, I am my Twitter is locked for a week, unfortunately. I'm not really tripping about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. Like I said, I only tweet on nights the reality shows come on, so that's about it. And I barely tweet then. I noticed that I don't really live tweet like that anymore. I think I'm starting to get away from Twitter these days. But nonetheless, I was on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Jbsayzwhat. So I was on Instagram and I think it might have been the Shade Room. I follow so many of these blogs. Shade Room, Baller Alert, Jasmine Brand, XYZ. But I think it was the Shade Room that I saw this on, where LaToya Luckett, former member of Destiny's Child, announced that she and her husband, is his name Tomicus? They call him Tommy, but is it Tomicus? They're gonna divorce. And like I said, I'm not surprised by this news. I actually expected this news a lot sooner than what it was, because I did watch a little bit of T.I. and Tiny's Friends and Family Hustle, and the way that he treated that woman, he would up and leave and stuff and come here to Texas. It's the weirdest thing that I'm seeing. It's a trend here lately. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew Sidora's husband left for days, didn't tell her nothing. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Sharif left, didn't say nothing. Bell Collective, what is her name? Tisha, her husband, no, not Tisha, Marie's husband, he leaves. The fuck? These niggas leave and they get to come back home? Nah, man, it don't work that way. Like, if you finna go home, if you finna go away for a few days and you not finna tell me where you going, guarantee you when your ass come back, locks are going to be changed. Your shit gonna be on the street. You might get it, you might not get it, depending on what kind of neighborhood you live in. Actually, depending on what kind of neighborhood you live in, you probably won't get it, because it might be, if it's not in the trash or on fire or a homeless person is wearing it, or somebody just saw the shit and just said, "Ooh, nice clothes, let me take these bitches and go." You ain't finna freely come and go like that. It doesn't work that way. Now, if you're going out of town on business, yeah, tell me like, "Hey, babe, got a business trip I'm going on," or that's the only way you can get out of it, but you still have to tell your spouse where you're going. The fuck? Like, that's why I don't think I want to get married. Because I come and go as I please. But if I got married, yeah. I wouldn't just up and leave like that. Nah. But then too, with LaToya and Tommy's relationship, you guys know that it came out just before she gave birth to this last baby that he was allegedly cheating on her. Now, he said that he wasn't cheating. I don't believe him one bit. I don't believe him. Because if you just up and leave for days at a time, you with somebody else. Like I said in my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review, you with somebody else. But yeah, I wish nothing but, a peaceful, amicable divorce with those two, especially with their 2 kids involved. So that's really it for the divorce talk. Nothing else on the divorce docket. Let's move on. All right, you guys, and then let's do a little bit of talk about television shows that are coming back, ending, etc. So I was on Instagram. I spend all my time on Instagram. So I was on Instagram the other day, and I don't know where I saw this one at, because I know Shade Room and Baller Alert both posted it. So we all know that Insecure has been renewed for its 5th season. So I'm guessing at this point they're getting ready to go, start filming for season 5 of Insecure. And Issa was on social media, and Issa said that season 5 of Insecure will be its final season of Insecure. At first when I saw it, I was a little bit heartbroken. I'm like, damn, like one of my favorite shows, and a show that I really enjoy reviewing. is ending. Now, somebody, posted on I think this was on Twitter that I saw it, with Insecure ending, there needs to be a spinoff. And they said the spinoff should be around Kelly. And I was like, hell yes. I am all here for a spinoff of Kelly. That nut. Like, I would love a spinoff with Kelly. But yeah, Insecure is ending after season 5. How do you guys feel about that? Damn, I'm just spitting like it ain't shit. Hope y'all don't see it. But yeah, Insecure is ending season 5. I'm okay with it at this point. I think you could kind of see what was coming down the line, especially when Issa started going in the route of doing movies and stuff. I'm like, okay, Insecure is probably going to be wrapping up soon because Issa is doing, movies now. And, the one thing that I have to say about Issa is a true inspiration to me, being a YouTuber and seeing where she started her journey on YouTube, and just to see where she is now it's amazing. So it just shows you that, you just have to work hard and you'll get where you want to go. In other television news, I don't know how many of you guys I know most of you guys on my channel watch The Oval. So The Oval, they said that it was coming back in February. So I was just on Instagram, before I came on the channel, and Karen, who plays Victoria on The Oval, she actually follows me on Instagram, and she posted a photo from Variety, and Variety said the air date. So the air date for The Oval is going to be February the 16th. So it'll run in conjunction with the second half of Sisters, I think, right? Is the 16th on Wednesday? No, it's on the Tuesday. So they're moving. They're moving? Wow. Okay, so that'll be interesting. That'll be real interesting. I wonder how many episodes they got. So probably what'll happen is Sisters, that'll be interesting. So The Oval will come back in February, and then the final season of the Have and Have, that might be what they're doing. That might be what they're doing. I just figured it out. With the Haves and the Have-Nots ending in May, they'll have a Tyler Perry show on Tuesdays and Wednesdays like it is now. Because on Tuesdays he has the Haves and the Have-Nots, and on Wednesdays it's Sisters. It was The Oval and Assisted Living and the House of Pains, which I've never watched. I haven't watched the new House of Pain, and I have not watched Assisted Living. I saw the endings of Assisted Living with Sisters, but it just doesn't seem like something I would be interested in. But yeah, hey, if you guys do watch those shows, let me know what you guys think of them. Are they good? Should I watch them? I won't review them, but should I watch them? Should I give them a shot? And also, if you guys watch Bruh, let me know if that show is good. I'll check it out eventually. And then also in television news, Love and Hip Hop. So you guys know that Love and Hip Hop got, some cast members from all 4 cities together, and they filmed from New York, Hollywood, Atlanta, and Miami. So it's a family reunion, and that will air on February 8th on VH1. I'm gonna watch it if it catches my attention like typical Love and Hip Hop, I'll review it. If it ain't what I want to review, I don't know, because I miss Love and Hip Hop so much. I really do. I miss Love and Hip Hop. So probably will review it. It's a 6-week event, kind of like what this 4-week event is with this Secrets Unlocked. I've watched it. It's been all right. The one thing that they showed on the Secrets Unlocked this week was that Megan Thee Stallion had auditioned for Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, Love and Hip Hop? Which city did she audition for? And then I remembered she probably auditioned for the Houston version. Damn, I really wish Mona would do that. I think Mona needs to go back to Houston and recast. That's what she needs to do. She needs to just recast in Houston. But originally the cast that I saw for Houston was really good. Cause they had Johnny Blaze. They had, who else did they have? They had some people that I know from Texas. They had people that I actually, They had rappers that I actually know and listen to. They really should go back to Houston. And the people always keep saying, well, Love and Hip Hop Houston got canceled. You can't cancel something that never aired. Y'all do know that, right? They didn't cancel Love and Hip Hop Houston. They didn't buy it. Viacom did not purchase that. Because what happened was Viacom had two Love and Hip Hops in their hands. Whichever one gave them the best footage, they went with it. They had two cities in their hands. They had Houston and they had Miami in their hands, because Houston and Miami were both filming concurrently. So Mona Me Productions showed them both cities. I don't know how they went with Miami. I mean, Miami's not bad, but they chose Miami over Houston. So they didn't cancel it. They just didn't purchase. They didn't buy it. They didn't greenlight it. They greenlit Miami, not Houston. Houston got pushed to the side. And Mona's also said, even after that happened with them not going through with it, Mona always said that the door was still open to Houston. I don't know why people said it was canceled. The door was still open. And I think the door is still technically open, because I know about this time last year or a year before, she was thinking about going back to Houston. There were three cities that she was going to. She was going to Houston, New Orleans, and it was somewhere else she was going to. I don't remember. Like, y'all do remember, actually. Y'all do remember, excuse me, y'all, by the way. Because y'all do remember when Love and Hip Hop Hollywood happened, she was looking at three cities at that time, too. She was looking at Hollywood, she was looking at LA, Houston, and it was Miami. She was looking at those three cities. But they ended up going with Hollywood and not going with Miami and Houston. So, yeah, I do know that it can still happen. But that's enough for Love and Hip Hop. Let me know what you guys think about the shows. Insecure being ending at season 5. The Oval returning in February on the 16th. And Love and Hip Hop. And also what you guys think about Megan Thee Stallion auditioning for Love and Hip Hop Houston. Let's move on, you guys. All right, guys, so in some what the fuck news, let's talk about YNF Lucci, whose name is Raynard Bennett or something like that. I just don't understand Regine. What did she see in him? I thought when she broke up with him, she was done with him for good, but I guess young and dumb. I ain't saying she's dumb, but I'm just saying at that age that she's at, you do dumb shit that when you look back on it in 10, 20 years, you'd be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Unless, of course, you married that what the fuck was I thinking. Good segment called In What the Fuck News. So yeah, In What the Fuck News with YNF Lucci. So YNF Lucci has now actually turned himself in. He turned himself in to police on Wednesday because he's facing a murder charge in connection to a fatal shooting last month in Atlanta. So he was wanted on charges of felony murder, aggravated assault, participation in street gang activity, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. What the fuck? Again, in What the Fuck News. And I know they said that the man got shot in the head and he died. The fuck? These niggas get money, or a little bit of money, and they just go crazy. First of all, I just don't understand shooting. I just don't understand shooting niggas. I mean, if you get into a fight with somebody, like I've always been told, you can heal from some cuts, scrapes, and bruises. You cannot heal from a bullet wound. Well, you can. You can. Actually, that is a kind of a stupid saying, but I know what it means. I know what it means. You can heal, like you can heal from getting beat up. You can heal from getting beat up. You might get a black eye, bloody nose, your jaw, busted lip, whatever else, scratches on your body. That shit heals. But if you get a bullet in get a bullet here, anywhere that can kill you, or even anywhere that your body. If you get a bullet and it kills you, you don't heal from that. And I wish you could just people would just go back to the old school way of take an ass whooping, keep it moving. Like I wish people could get back to that. Like you lived Mr. Jones said on Friday, you live to fight another day. Like I don't understand why people, I don't know why people don't heed that. When he was talking to Craig about fighting Debo, when he wanted to shoot Debo, don't shoot him, because one, you get maybe what do you get from killing somebody? I just don't get that. What do you really get out of that? Do you get some type of satisfaction, gratification? What do you get from that? And even if you do get any if you get gratification and satisfaction from that, you're demented. There's something seriously wrong with you. But even let's just say somebody gets satisfaction or gratification from that. It's going to be short-lived, especially if there's people around that can ID you, or a camera or anything that can ID you, and you go to jail. You spend the rest of your life behind bars for something so fucking stupid. Like I actually have a cousin that is behind bars now, because instead of him fighting the dude, I actually think the dude beat his ass, and my cousin came back and shot and killed the guy. And now he's in prison for the rest of his life. And I'm like, did that make any lick of sense to shoot this man? Like, did that make any lick of sense? And when I saw, like, one of my friends that I went to school with, she was, she was going up for him. I'm like, girl, you look about, because she was dating him, and I'm like, you look about retarded as fuck. Like, you just look really stupid. Defendant is, going to court. The fuck? Why? I'm sorry. If you were that stupid to shoot and kill somebody, I'm not coming to court to support you. That was your dumbass mistake. Like you should have literally thought about that situation before you did it. Like I said, if you get your ass beat, you get beat the fuck up. When you get back on your feet, if you want to fight the motherfucker again, say, nigga, square up and let's fight again. And if you beat him up that time, you done. Y'all both tied. Because I actually have friends who have done that in the past. I have quite a few friends who've done that. Like they fought more than once, because the first time one person won, the second time another person won, so it was a tie. And then they want to fight a third time. They want to fight a third time to break the tie. It was funny. As teenagers and in your early 20s, you, like I said, you do dumb shit. And that was some dumb shit, but I understood it. I understood that. Like, you got one on me once, but you won't get me again. So I get it. You can fight as many times as you want, but when you get the guns, it's over. Especially if you kill the person, it's a wrap for that person and for you. And it's just stupid to take somebody's life over nonsense. It's just really stupid. Like if you get into it in a club, it's so stupid to take somebody's life over something that happened in a club. Fight each other. If y'all have beef after that, let it be. Fight again. But if y'all able to get up and be like, man, you know what? I know it don't happen like this, but if you can just, like that, whatever y'all got to do. Beat each other's senses. I don't give a shit, but don't kill each other. That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. But let's move on from that subject, because I didn't mean to spend that much time on it, but let's move on. All right, guys, so this next thing that we're going to talk about, like I spent like a whole fucking minute talking to myself about this situation. Should this be small talk versus should this not be small talk? And I think I came to the conclusion that this is not a small talk thing. This is something that I think we should, okay, should this be small talk? Now I think we can talk about this. So give this own segment. So Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, she is on the cover of Vogue. I don't know if I'm assuming it's the February issue of Vogue. Yeah, because it's the Black History. Oh God, why did they do that? I just thought about that. It's February, which is Black History Month. Y'all didn't really think about that one. So if you guys haven't saw the cover of Vogue with Kamala Harris, soon to be vice president, at this point she's still vice president elect. So her and her team chose, she did a photo shoot with them. Her and her team chose one photo to put on the cover, and then Vogue put a different photo on the cover. The one that Kamala and her team chose, I actually like that one better. It's her in a blue suit, which looks great on her, by the way. And it's not a headshot. It's actually kind of like how I am. You could just see her and the suit, like this part of her body. You didn't see her bottom half. You didn't see her, her bottom half or her shoes. But the cover, the photo that Vogue actually went with, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's a full body shot of her, and then when you zoom and when you look in at her feet, she has on a pair of Chuck Taylors, and I'm like, really? Why would y'all? And I was thinking the same thing. Excuse me, y'all. That ain't the wrong. When I saw that and I saw the Chucks, I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't have picked nothing else. Like, y'all didn't have no better shoes for her to wear. I mean, the Chucks would be good if that photo would have been good inside of the magazine. So, because you guys know how to do when it comes to the magazines. If they did is it an expose? If they did an interview with her and it's in the magazine, then that photo which is on the cover should have been inside of it, with you flipping through it. That should have been on the inside, and then the cover, the one that her and her team chose with her in the blue suit, like I said, love it. That should have been on the cover of the magazine. So yeah, I think that was done in poor taste. I don't know why they had those Chucks on her. Y'all couldn't give her a nice pair of, Christian Louboutins, a wedge, a kitten heel. I would have been fine with the kitten heel. I might not like kitten heels like that, but I really would have been cool with a kitten heel at that point. Like, really? But okay, if that's what y'all want to go with. Because it looks like it's more on the homey side. Now, she wasn't doing no pose like this, but it just looked like with the Chucks on, she should have just did like this. I'm the VP. I'm your homie. I'm your homegirl. It should have been, that's what the cover gave me. Homie tea. But let me know what you guys thought about it. And we're going to move over to small talk, you guys. All right, you guys. And then in small talk, it ain't much. The first thing is congratulations go out to Cardi B, who has her first leading role in a movie. It's a comedy. It is called Assisted Living. I'm not going to say anything. I really hope they get her an acting coach. I said I wasn't going to say nothing. I hope they get her an acting coach. I really do. Is that shady? I mean, I love Cardi. I really do. I love Cardi. She needs an acting coach. She needs, unless she's playing her, I know she's not playing herself, but she definitely needs an acting coach, and she needs some, oh God, it's the way she talks. Because certain words that she says, certain words that she uses, I'm like, that's not the correct way to use that word, Cardi. But we don't go to Cardi for, philosophical things. We don't go to her for, well, I know she did do some political stuff with, that's neither here nor there. But congratulations nonetheless to Cardi. I'm not being shady toward Cardi. I want her to win. I just want her, with this role, I just want her to be the best at it. And that's why I say I want her to, get with an acting coach, get with someone who can help with her speech. And there's nothing wrong with her speech. It's just like I said, she just uses the wrong words at times, but she's, you know, despite what people say about the girl, she's actually not, you know, people think she's dumb, but she's actually really not dumb. Cardi is actually pretty smart. You know, I found that from watching some of her lives. She's not dumb as people want to portray her as. I think Cardi plays up that role. I think she plays that role up because she thinks that's what people expect from her. Because I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I've done it plenty of times in my lifetime too. I don't, you know, people sometimes especially in certain jobs that I've had, I actually downplay how smart I really am. I play stupid so that way people don't, you know, don't see me when I'm coming. I downplay my intelligence at times. I use that because when people say, well, damn, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, there's a lot of things about me that you don't know. And then in other news, new couple alert, which I actually question this one. Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan are allegedly, they are a couple according to them. I don't believe it 100%. It just seems like a stunt to me. I mean, I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong. But that is going to wrap it up for this week's Hottest Topics. Be sure to like this video and let me know what you guys think about all the stories that we've discussed today. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. Did I say share it? Share it. Get down in the description bar, you guys, and go over to my planner channel and subscribe to that channel as well. I will be doing a video on my planner channel. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow, which is going to be Saturday. And it'll be uploaded tomorrow. And be on the lookout for that one. What else? My affiliate link, check that out as well. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. It is MLK weekend. If you guys are in Atlanta, be safe out there, please and thank you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Please wear your damn mask. Don't do like Deb Atney and put it under your motherfucking nose. Put that bitch over your nose. Socially distance. Atlanta, for sure, socially distance. But everybody socially distance, you guys. And then, as always, you guys, we do this every week. Same time, same place, same channel. It's actually not always the same time, but I like to say that. But you always get around the same time. You always will get it between 10 a.m. and noon. It just depends on when I record the motherfucker and edit it and upload it to you guys. Here lately, guys, YouTube has been like really slow with uploading my videos. But yeah, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I will see you guys later tonight for my pre-recorded video of the Bell Collective. That'll be up tonight. I'll actually probably put that up when the show comes on. That video more than likely will be up because I think it comes on at 9 o'clock my time. Actually, I might put that video about 8:30 or 9. I don't know. And life after lockup. So with that all being said, you guys, again, be safe out there. Have a great holiday weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces, people. Bye, guys.